Ford is undergoing one of the biggest transformations in its history. After decades marked by powerful engines, legendary pickup trucks, and iconic designs, the brand is now aiming for something even bigger, to be one of the global leaders in automotive technology of the future. And when we talk about the future, we're not talking about distant concepts or impossible prototypes. We're talking about technologies that, they are already confirmed, investments that have already begun, and projects that are in full development within Ford's factories and innovation centers. In the coming years, the brand promises a complete revolution. 100% electric vehicles more powerful than any combustion engine ever produced, autonomous driving systems capable of making complex decisions without human intervention, ultra-fast batteries that recharge in minutes, cars that communicate with each other to avoid accidents, AI systems that learn driver behavior, and even designs that look like they're straight out of futuristic movies, but are much closer to reality than they seem. This video will reveal exactly what Ford has already officially confirmed: technologies, strategies, and innovations that will define the brand's next 10 years. You'll understand how it's preparing for 2035, which technologies are already being tested, which are guaranteed in future cars, and why many experts believe Ford is about to experience the biggest technological leap in its history. If you want to know what Ford will look like in the future, get ready, because you're about to see what's coming, and I can guarantee you, what the brand is creating will completely change the way we think about driving, moving, and connecting with the world. The transformation of Ford. Ford is undergoing a radical change, and it's not just about modernizing models or adopting electric motors. We're talking about a structural, strategic, and technological transformation that repositions the company as a giant of automotive innovation. The brand has decided that it doesn't just want to keep up with the future, but to lead the new era of smart, autonomous, and connected cars. In recent years, Ford has invested billions in research and development, opened advanced technology centers in Silicon Valley and Europe, and initiated an industrial restructuring focused on the production of fully digital vehicles. The company has reduced traditional models to invest heavily in unique electric platforms, modular design, and embedded software with remote update capabilities, as if the car were a constantly evolving smartphone. Ford's transformation is so profound that today it defines itself as an automotive technology company, not just as a car manufacturer. AI systems are being integrated from the vehicle's conception, new production lines utilize intelligent robots, and the brand is betting on lightweight, aerodynamic, and sustainable materials to meet the global goal of zero emissions by 2035. Furthermore, Ford is preparing for a competitive landscape in which the car will not only be a means of transportation, but a platform for connected services. With integrated entertainment, predictive diagnostics, advanced autonomous driving, and constant interaction with other vehicles and urban infrastructure. This transformation marks a new phase for the company. The Ford we know, created to dominate roads, now wants to dominate the future of mobility. And what comes next will prove that it is more prepared than ever to lead this new revolution. Ford Autonomous, BlueCruise 3.0 and beyond. Ford is determined to revolutionize the way we drive, or rather, how stop driving. The next evolution of autonomous driving will be led by BlueCruise 3.0, a technology already confirmed for the next generations of the brand's cars, which promises to raise the level of autonomy to unprecedented levels. While current systems allow drivers to take their hands off the wheel on monitored highways, the new version goes much further. We're talking about vehicles capable of making complex decisions in real time, automatic overtaking, immediate reaction to unexpected risks, dynamic route adjustments, and even direct communication with other cars to predict accidents before they happen. BlueCruise 3.0 will use 360-degree cameras in 8K resolution, LiDAR sensors, smart radars, and AI-updated maps. The car will be able to analyze up to 500 events per second. It identifies pedestrians, vehicles, animals, and weather conditions, adjusting speed and trajectory autonomously without requiring human intervention. In addition, Ford is working on continuous learning algorithms. This will allow the car to improve its performance as it is driven. In other words, the more kilometers driven, the smarter it becomes. The system will also be integrated with emotional driving control, reducing risks in situations of stress, drowsiness, or driver distraction. Ford predicts that this technology will advance progressively until it reaches Level 4 autonomy and, in the future, Level 5, where the vehicle can perform all functions without a driver, including in complex urban areas. With BlueCruise 3.0, the car is no longer driven by the driver and becomes an intelligent co-pilot ready to protect, predict, and act with greater precision than a human being. Ford doesn't just want you to drive more comfortably, It wants you to travel safely without having to touch the steering wheel. This is the turning point. The moment when Ford stops manufacturing cars solely for driving and starts producing vehicles capable of driving for you. Ford Electric. New batteries and platforms. Ford understands that the future of the automotive industry is electric, and not just for environmental reasons, but for efficiency, performance, and innovation. That's why the brand is investing billions in the development of new next-generation batteries and platforms designed exclusively for electrified vehicles, and what's most impressive, a large part of these technologies has already been confirmed and is in the testing phase. One of Ford's main bets is the use of solid-state batteries, which will be able to offer much greater autonomy, a lower risk of overheating, and ultra-fast charging capabilities. The company is also developing LFP, lithium iron phosphate, cells with a focus on durability, reduced cost, and lower environmental impact. According to internal projections, future Ford models will be able to recharge from 0 to 80% in less than 10 minutes, something that will completely transform the user experience. The new electric platforms will enable more aerodynamic designs, more spacious interior cabins, and better weight distribution. Since the motors will be compact and integrated into the wheels or rear axle, this ensures not only comfort but also high performance. The torque will be instantaneous, the response will be immediate, and future Ford electric vehicles may surpass even combustion-powered sports cars in agility and power. Another major innovation will be the system of intelligent thermal management of batteries, controlled by artificial intelligence. In this way, the car automatically adjusts the ideal temperature to maintain performance without wasting energy. In addition, Ford will work with advanced energy recovery, even taking advantage of lateral movements and vibrations to recharge the system. Ford's electric future also includes sustainable factories, automated production, and material reused, creating a cleaner and more efficient production chain. The brand's idea is simple and powerful. It's not enough to just offer electric cars, you have to do it with environmental responsibility and high performance. This new phase positions Ford among the technological giants of the sector. The brand doesn't want to be just another electric vehicle manufacturer, it wants to be a global leader in smart batteries, futuristic platforms, and extreme autonomy. The evolution of the F-Series and Mustang. Ford is prepared for one of the greatest challenges in its history, to evolve its two iconic models, the F-Series and the Mustang, without losing the essence that transformed them into legends. The mission is to ensure that these vehicles become symbols of the new technological era, maintaining their original essence but with performance, electrification, and artificial intelligence far beyond what we know. The F-Series of the future. Power, technology, and total autonomy. The F-Series, led by the F-150, has always represented power, resilience, and dominance on any terrain. Now, Ford is creating advanced electric and hybrid versions that will have electric motors with extreme torque, easily outperforming current diesel engines. Reinforced structure made of lightweight materials, with even greater load capacity. Intelligent energy system, allowing the car to function as a portable electric generator for homes, equipment, or construction projects. Full connectivity, with AI that recognizes terrain, weight, and ideal adjustments for each type of load. Autonomous mode for work, where the pickup truck can move autonomously within operating zones or park automatically with millimeter precision. In future models, the F-150 will even be able to analyze the weather, road conditions, and calculate the energy level needed for each trip. In other words, a pickup truck that thinks before it acts. The Mustang of the future. Power combined with intelligence. How do you maintain the aggressive and passionate spirit of a Mustang in an electric future? Ford has already defined the answer, by creating a smart, extremely fast, and connected Mustang. Future models will use high-response electric motors, with instant acceleration and AI-based sport mode. Active aerodynamics, where surfaces adapt to speed to improve performance. Sound systems that simulate classic snoring or create futuristic sound experiences. AI that learns from the driver's driving style, adjusting suspension, power, and braking. Remote software updates, releasing new performance modes over time. The Mustang of the future could offer personalized driving experiences from economical routes to extreme track configurations, without the driver needing to manually change the parameters. What connects these legends to the new world? Both the F-Series and the Mustang will be reinvented with technologies that seem straight out of science fiction, while keeping their history alive. Ford wants to prove that it can evolve its most famous cars without relinquishing the power, style, and emotion that have always accompanied them. The message is clear. Ford doesn't just want to step into the future. It wants to take its greatest icons with it and transform them into the leaders of this new automotive era. Total connectivity and embedded AI. One of the most important pillars of Ford's future is complete integration between the car, the driver, the roads, and the cities. The brand's next vehicles will be true technological hubs on wheels, controlled by artificial intelligence and connected 24 hours a day to other urban systems. The goal is for each car to become part of an intelligent mobility ecosystem. Ford has already confirmed that its future models will have a proprietary automotive operating system with AI capable of learning the driver's habits, predicting needs, and automatically adapting driving, comfort, and safety parameters. The vehicle will be able to identify driving style, more aggressive, economical, or sporty, adjust suspension and power, and even select optimized routes based on personal preferences. This connectivity will go far beyond the driver. Ford cars will communicate with intelligent traffic lights, traffic control centers, automated parking lots, and other vehicles, forming a collaborative network to avoid congestion, reduce accidents, and optimize every second of the journey. In large cities, the car could receive risk alerts even before the driver notices, such as heavy rain, potholes, or sudden braking by other vehicles ahead. Furthermore, through embedded AI, cars will be able to perform real-time self-diagnosis, detecting any mechanical or electronic faults before they even happen. The system can suggest preventative maintenance, automatically schedule dealership visits, and even alert the driver about worn parts based on usage patterns. Another major innovation will be personalized internal experience. The car will automatically adjust temperature, ambient lighting, sound, seat position, and even scent based on mood and preferences detected by sensors. Virtual assistants with conversational voice will accompany the journey and may even interact emotionally, helping during stressful moments in traffic. And all of this with digital security, using military-grade encryption and over-the-air, OTA, remote updates, ensuring that the car is always up to date without the need to go to the repair shop. In other words, Ford cars will evolve over time, receiving continuous improvements like the latest generation smartphones. In the future, Ford wants its vehicles to be more than just means of transportation. They will be intelligent, connected travel partners capable of anticipating needs before you even think about them. Predictive security. In Ford's future, safety will not just be a reaction to danger. It will be full prepayment. The brand is developing one of the world's most advanced automotive protection systems, based on predictive algorithms, integrated sensors, and artificial intelligence capable of preventing accidents before they even happen. This technology goes far beyond the already known braking assistance or collision alerts. Ford's next cars will feature high-precision cameras, radar, thermal sensors, and intelligent 360 degrees mapping around the vehicle. These systems will continuously analyze the environment, detect hazards milliseconds before the driver notices them, and act automatically if necessary. Imagine a car capable of identifying a pedestrian about to cross the street, predicting the trajectory of a cyclist hidden in its blind spot, or reducing its speed when it senses another vehicle is about to perform a dangerous maneuver. Now imagine all of this happening without requiring human reaction. This is the future of Ford. Predictive security algorithms will be powered by continuous learning artificial intelligence. This means that each recorded experience will be used to improve all future detections. The more Ford vehicles on the roads, the smarter and more efficient this system will become. Furthermore, the car will be able to integrate external information, such as weather conditions, road quality, traffic flow, and even direct communication with other vehicles through technology, V2V, vehicle-to-vehicle. If a car ahead detects a hazardous situation, your Ford will receive this information instantly and can take preventative action. This system will also operate intelligently based on the driver's condition. If the driver shows signs of fatigue, inattention, or even high stress, detected by internal sensors, the vehicle can automatically adjust the driving style, activate enhanced safety modes, and, if necessary, suggest a safe stop. Ford's goal is ambitious, but achievable. Drastically reduce accident rates, creating vehicles that not only protect the occupants, but also actively prevent the danger from happening. It's a paradigm shift. It will no longer just be a car with airbags or ABS. It will be a true predictive protection machine. In the future, with this technology, Ford wants you to feel not only safe, T wants to virtually eliminate the chance of you being involved in an accident. Cars that talk to each other. In Ford's future, cars will not just be transportation machines. They will be interconnected smart devices capable of exchanging information in real time with each other and with the city's infrastructure. We are talking about technology V2X, vehicle to everything, with a primary focus on V2V, vehicle to vehicle. This will allow vehicles to communicate directly with each other to avoid accidents, optimize routes, and improve traffic flow. Imagine a routine situation. A car ahead detects a pothole, a flooded area, or sudden braking. Immediately, that vehicle sends an alert to all nearby cars. Your Ford, even before you realize the risk, adjusts its speed, suggests a lane change, or redesigns the route. This would happen in milliseconds, in instantaneous communication via 5G automotive networks and low-latency systems. This data exchange will also make possible full synchronization between autonomous vehicles, creating intelligent trains where cars drive in formation, with optimized speed, reduced fuel consumption, and maximum safety. Each vehicle acts as a network member, contributing information so that all others can act strategically. In addition, the cars will communicating with traffic lights, digital signs, and urban control systems by receiving data on heavy traffic, roadworks, emergencies, and even available parking spaces. The Ford of the future could, for example, automatically yield to rescue vehicles upon detecting the route of a nearby priority vehicle, ensuring response time and safety. This interconnection will still be crucial for the integrated air mobility. This is because ground-based cars and flying vehicles will need to share data and coordinate routes to avoid interference between different levels of traffic. Ford's ultimate goal is to create an automotive ecosystem where every car behaves like a mobile, collaborative sensor, transforming traffic into an intelligent network. It will no longer be every driver for themselves. It will be a gigantic synchronized system where all vehicles think together. One sentence sums up this future. Ford cars won't just drive. They'll talk, cooperate, and make decisions. And this constant communication could be the definitive step towards to eliminate collisions between vehicles and accelerate the transition to fully connected smart cities. Design of the future. Ford's design in 2035 goes far beyond aesthetics. It will be a fusion of advanced aerodynamics, intelligent functionality, and living materials that adapt to the environment. The cars of the future will not only be beautiful, they will be visually intelligent. The external structure can change shape to optimize performance, reduce aerodynamic drag, or increase stability depending on the terrain and speed. The traditional front grilles will be replaced by active digital panels capable of displaying external information, warning signs, or even messages to communicate with pedestrians. The lighting will be 100% intelligent, with adaptive laser headlights that map the road and project customized lanes, signs, or warnings onto the ground, offering maximum visibility even in extreme weather conditions. The materials will be revolutionary. Lightweight alloys with shape memory, smart carbon fiber, and self-healing panels capable of automatically repairing minor scratches. The paint will no longer be static. With electrochromic technology, the vehicle will be able to change its color with a simple command, adapting to the driver's style or the climate, even improving the car's thermal efficiency. The interior design will be completely minimalist and digital. Physical buttons will virtually disappear, giving way to holographic interfaces, 360 degrees wraparound panels, and augmented reality directly on the windshield. The steering wheel will be optional and retractable. When autonomous mode is activated, it disappears, transforming the cabin into an environment for leisure, work, or rest. The benches will be modular, able to rotate to create a meeting room or a relaxation area. There will be sensory integration with the driver where the car adjusts temperature, lighting, smell, and sound based on the occupant's mood and bioconfiguration. Externally, the cars will convey personality. Each model will have a unique and adaptive lighting signature, allowing the vehicle to be recognized from a distance, as if it had its own identity. Ford wants that, when looking at a car in 2035, you don't just think, this is a vehicle, but rather, this is a living machine that responds, connects, and evolves. This new design, besides being visually impressive, will be strategic for energy efficiency, safety, and digital integration. The car will cease to be a fixed object and become a dynamic automotive organism. Ford's strategy until 2035. Ford is charting one of the most ambitious strategies in the history of the automotive industry, and its plan for 2035 is clear: to lead the global transformation towards a 100% electric, autonomous, and digital future. While many manufacturers are still trying to adapt, Ford is already investing heavily in three fundamental pillars: full electrification, technological intelligence, and global industrial restructuring. The official goal is to drastically reduce combustion engines and make it so that all major models, including the F-Series, Mustang, and SUVs, will have fully electric or advanced hybrid versions by 2030, paving the way for a line of vehicles exclusively electric by 2035. This will be possible thanks to strategic agreements with technology companies, solid-state battery manufacturers, and government infrastructure initiatives. Another part of the strategy is to transform Ford factories into smart production centers using autonomous robots, 3D printing of parts, and AI systems to predict failures and optimize processes. Ford is reducing assembly time and costs. The forecast is that, by 2035, Ford will be able to produce customized vehicles on a large scale, according to each customer's needs. Expanding into digital services will be another crucial step. Ford wants to position itself not just as a vehicle manufacturer, but as a technological mobility company. This means offering monthly subscriptions for advanced features, automatic over-the-air, OTA, updates, integration with urban transportation platforms, and on-demand autonomous driving services. In addition, Ford is building alliances with renewable energy companies to ensure that their cars use clean electricity, reinforcing their commitment to sustainability. The goal is to achieve zero carbon emissions throughout the production chain by 2040. And to cap off this strategy perfectly, Ford is investing in the creation of a proprietary network of high-performance superchargers capable of charging up to 80% of the battery in less than 10 minutes. She wants consumers not just to buy a Ford car, but to be part of a complete automotive ecosystem, connected and intelligent. This strategy is a clear move. Ford doesn't want to compete in the future. She wants to be the company that defines what that future will look like. And after everything we've seen today, it's clear, Ford isn't just evolving, it's reinventing itself to lead a new automotive era. We're talking about self-driving cars, cars that change color, cars that learn from the driver, cars that connect with the environment and even with other vehicles. Electric vehicles with incredible range, intelligent platforms, vibrant design, and safety systems capable of predicting risks before they even happen. The Ford of 2035 will not just be a car manufacturer, it will be a technology company on wheels, prepared to completely transform the way we move. If you've watched this far, let me know in the comments. Which of these technologies would you like to see on the streets first? Full autonomy, shape-shifting cars, or machines that communicate with each other? I'll reply to everyone, and I want to know your opinion. And if you enjoyed this content, leave a like, subscribe to the RCAR channel, and activate the notification bell. Because here you'll always be ahead of the curve. In upcoming videos, we'll show you what the world of futuristic cars from other manufacturers will look like, secret prototypes, and even military vehicles that could change the history of mobility. Thank you so much for watching and joining us on this journey to 2035. RCR, the future is on wheels. See you in the next video.